Okay, I get it. We're supposed to share the love. But when it comes to 2 breakfast croissants for $4 from Jack in the Box, sometimes you need to share with someone who really looks out for you. That would be you. Who bought you those 2 croissants anyway? You did. Well done, you. Gold star. Go ahead, share it with yourself. Get 2 buttery croissants with freshly cracked eggs and your choice of sausage or grilled bacon and ham for $4, only at Jack in the Box. Home of breakfast served all day. Limited time only. Price and participation may vary. Tax not included.
Blog Talk Radio.
Here we go. Blast off.
This is True Capitalist Radio. True Capitalist Radio.
I am your host, the man they call Ghost.
The badass of business.
Give him capitalism or give him death.
That's it. Period.
Broadcasting from his Skyline office studios in beautiful downtown Austin, Texas.
You sound fruitier than a box of Fruit Loops, for Christ's sake.
And now, he'll take it from here. Your host, the prognosticator of prognosticators, the man they call Ghost.
How's it going, folks? And thank you for tuning in with me to another edition of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank you very much for tuning in with me. This is episode number 282. 282 for all the folks that are keeping track of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And before we get into anything else, I want to make sure that everybody spreads it around like wildfire that True Capitalist Radio is live every Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time at blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. All right? Now, folks, if you haven't already done so, please follow me on Twitter. The Twitter name to follow is PoliticsGhost, all one word, no underscores. PoliticsGhost is the name to follow on Twitter, folks. Anyway, I hope you had a good weekend, folks. It's a lot of news that has come about here, so I don't even want to pussyfoot around about it. Let's just get right into it. It's been a nonstop hit piece as it relates to the Trump University case and this biased hater judge, Gonzalo P. Curiel. Now, folks, you know, this just goes to show you how the mainstream media is attempting to suggest or incept the idea once again that political correctness is somehow continuously relevant even in today's society by trying to racially divide the country with this particular Trump University case, all right? I'm serious. I'm not kidding around. I think that we need to start talking about this right now, and I'm going to get to the skinny of it, for Christ's sake. So if you're on the Trump train, if you're Trump 2016, if you need to, you know, you got these people, got these liberals coming at you like, what about Trump University? What about that? Why did he say Mexican? Why did he say Mexican? Folks, the reason that he said it is because this judge is obviously biased based upon racial preconceived notions that's within the conscience of the judge. I mean, that should nullify this man. He should recuse himself from the case, but he's not doing it. He belongs to, allegedly, the La Raza San Diego Lawyers Association, all right, and everybody knows what the La Raza motto is, you know, in the race everything, outside the race nothing. You know, I believe that's their motto, for Christ's sake. And moreover, the Capitalist Army took it upon itself this weekend to do some investigative work on Mr. Curiel, and we're still actually compiling a lot of information because this gentleman has done a lot of cases. He's lawyered a lot of cases, judged a lot of cases, so on and so forth, folks. But one of the things that we did research is the fact that this man's alleged affiliation with La Raza San Diego lawyers, if you take a look and maybe do a YouTube search, La Raza San Diego lawyers, you'll find a lot of these conferences. One in particular that caught my attention was one in which they had a district attorneys forum in which, I guess they brought together the Mexican or Latino, whatever you want to designate, district attorneys around the California Phoenix region, if I'm not mistaken, or California Arizona region, if I'm not mistaken. Now, in this forum, these La Raza San Diego chapter lawyers were advocating in this forum that Latino, Mexican district attorneys have powerful positions within their community and can affect their community's racial, social, and political idealism. I mean, they are indirectly through litigious hyperbole, or legalese hyperbole, I should say, are trying to suggest to the lawyers that are in the, I'm assuming the La Raza San Diego chapter lawyers association, trying to suggest to them that when they attain power in the legal or judicial branch of government, whether it's at the municipal, state, or federal level, that they are obligated, based upon their race, to be able to utilize their position of power to affect the society for which they are judging upon, or in the district attorney's case, taking cases upon, basically suggesting to them selective prosecution, suggesting to them prosecuting cases a little bit more aggressively that wouldn't have otherwise be prosecuted so aggressively if the district attorney was not Latino. All right? And this is a fact. This is what this damn organization advocates. I mean, this is a ridiculous separatist, borderline KKK kind of organization. I mean, had these people been white, all right, any kind of white, Caucasian, British, German, anything, and this was a white judge affiliated with some case of some liberal politician or somebody who's liberal running for president, the liberal mainstream media would be all over this guy being a goddamn grand dragon racist. But because Gonzalo Curiel is Mexican, all of a sudden he is absolved of his prejudice bias that he and his organization advocate to do when they obtain these positions of power. Now, moreover, folks, I find it ironic, and look, this case should have been thrown out, the Trump University case. It should be thrown out, but Gonzalo Curiel knows what he's doing. I mean, they advocate this in the La Raza San Diego Lawyers Association, whatever you call these people. You could YouTube it up for yourself. I mean, there's a whole bunch of forums where they're advocating this type of activity. Just like Trump's alluded to many times in interviews, that this case should have been thrown out. The person that initiated the Trump University case was found to be incompetent and basically, she went back on her previous statements. All right, and she basically, they dropped her as the main person that brought up the case. They dropped her from the case. So, when they've got the person that brought the case no longer affiliated with the case, the whole goddamn case should be thrown out of court. But, of course, folks, it isn't thrown out of court. And you see, this is what this man is doing. He is utilizing his position within his judgeship, and this is advocated, and you can look it up. This is all documented. Go to YouTube right now. Go to La Raza San Diego Lawyers and take a look at these forums. Take a look at the district attorney forums. Look at these speeches. They advocate that they basically legislate racial politics, social politics from the bench or from the district attorney's office or any other judicial power. This is what this Trump University case is unearthing, folks. It's unearthing racism in groups that claim to have racism against them. I mean, this has just gone completely out of proportion. And to be honest with you, you've got the mainstream media trying to use this as a wedge to try to dissuade Latino voters from voting for Trump. Now, the reason that's going to backfire is because Mr. Gonzalo Curiel is not sure, I'm from America, I'm a Mexican-American Latino, I was born here, America first. He's not that type of an individual, all right? I mean, this is a man who wants open borders, all right? I mean, that's what the damn group that he is affiliated with or alleged to be affiliated with advocates, all right? I mean, they want open borders. I mean, they want, to legislate from the bench. They want to be able to give illegal immigrants, and they have given illegal immigrants scholarships, and, I mean, just all kinds of nonsense. I mean, this is a racial bias here. Now, more irony on this, because I think this case should be thrown out, and I think there is a racial bias on Gonzalo Curiel, the judge residing over the Trump University case. I find it ironic that he is pursuing this even though the person that brought the case is no longer in the case. All right, so this is a personal bias just based upon that particular judgment alone. But the irony is that Gonzalo P. Curiel, the judge residing over Trump University, and we broke this morning, he is on the board. As a matter of fact, he is the vice president of a charter school out of San Diego. All right? Yeah. All right, I'm not joking around. What is it called? Urban Discovery Academy, folks. Urban Discovery Academy. All right? Now, if you take a look and research this particular charter school, you're going to find that you're going to have a lot of parents completely disgusted with this particular charter school, all right? Now, folks, if you are unfamiliar with charter schools, the public education system wants to make you believe that that's private education. That's bull crap, all right? And this is why I have never been an advocate for charter schools. I've always been an advocate for all-out privatization of schools, all right? Because in charter schools, you have this quasi-relationship between private enterprise and government, all right? I mean, seriously, the majority of these charter schools, they basically take the money that was basically designated to the public education system and take it, I believe, and it depends on the state. Some of them take all of it. Some of them take half of it. I don't know. It depends on each state, all right? But they take the money that would traditionally be going to a student that would be attending public education and take it into their private quasi-government charter school. And the reason I say quasi-private, quasi-government is because, folks, the people that open up these charter schools are dependent upon the money that the government gives them so that they can run their charter school. Now, the problem with that angle is that they're trying to profit. And you see, I don't have nothing wrong with people trying to profit if the education system was completely private. But they are trying to profit off of funneling the money that would have been to the public education system and put it in their pocket, all right, via the charter school system. Because the charter school system can have an independent or corporate owner. The thing is that corporate owner or that independent owner is going to be dependent on government funds, because if the student isn't going to public education, the money that would be traditionally going to that education system will go into the charter school. Now, you see, this is where it all gets corrupt and ridiculous, all right? Now, let's go back to Mr. Judge Gonzalo Curiel being not only the board member but the vice president of this charter school in San Diego called Urban Discovery Academy. If you take a look at some of the reviews that these parents have put forth, complete horrid trash. I mean, there are reports that I've read personally online where parents have alleged that kids are using porta potties for bathrooms. I'm not joking. I'm not kidding around, all right? They're using porta potties for bathrooms, all right? they're using freaking parking lots for playgrounds. You see, that's recess. Going into a hot-ass asphalt freaking parking lot so you can go out and, blow off steam or whatever the crap. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's stupid. And moreover, I've read time and time again in these reviews that every time that the parent had some kind of grievance and attempted to write the upper echelon of this particular charter school organization, this Urban Discovery Academy, nobody got back to him. Nobody gave two rats' asses, I guess Mr. Gonzalo and all the board and everybody who is the higher administrative echelon of this particular charter school organization is too busy or too important to respond to parents who are sending their children, who are funding their pockets. I mean, it's just disgusting. Now, the reason I bring this up, folks, is because who's the bigger ripoff if we compare? And then look, and the reason I say bigger ripoff is because you've got the mainstream media trying to throw this narrative at Donald Trump that he's some sort of a ripoff con man because, this Trump University situation. I mean, I've read reports where they were alleging that, Trump used aggressive sales tactics. Well, of course he did. Do you understand? Donald Trump was taking money from folks that voluntarily wanted to go to his university so that they can learn things about, being incorporated, how that relates to property acquisition, utilizing lenders in an attempt to getting into the real estate business, so on and so forth. Things they don't really teach you in school. You understand? And he was willing to give this basically in a quasi crash course information-based seminar. And you, as an individual, as a free person, as a person who knows that, hey, this is my money in my pocket, and I'm going to go ahead and take out my money, and I'm going to give it to you. I mean, that's what Trump, the people that allege that Trump ripped them off. You are the one that paid this man. You're the one that voluntarily took the money out of your pocket and said, look, I want to see what I gather out of this particular university. And look, there's been countless people. I even tweeted a video in which they show testimonials of people that were happy with this particular Trump University situation because it informed them about a lot of things. It enlightened them on how to be a better business person, or real estate developer, or a real estate speculator, or whatever the case might be. I mean, that's what he was selling. He was selling information. You see, the reason that these people went and sued Donald Trump, in my opinion, is like everybody else in America, all right? They want something for nothing. They expected that they were just going to give Trump whatever they gave him for this university, and that by the end of the year, they were going to make $1 million. That's what they expect. And because that didn't happen for them, because, with all due respect, it's because they didn't put the initiative, they didn't apply the information, and there's nobody else's fault but themselves. And let me tell you, the case shows it. This case shows it. Now, with that preamble aside, okay, with the mainstream media claiming that, Donald Trump, he ripped people off at Trump University. Oh, my God, it's just, he ripped them off. It's just aggressive sales tactics. It's not fair. It's not fair. These were adults, all right? These were adults, and frankly, the majority of these adults were affluent, middle to upper middle class, if not affluent, above upper middle class. I mean, these were people that could afford this, and they feel because they didn't make $1 million at the end of the year, because for whatever reason, and if you want my opinion, it's because of themselves not applying whatever information that was being put forth at the Trump University and applying that with whatever skills they have and whatever motivations and ambitions they have. They didn't apply it and make themselves a success on it. Now they want to blame somebody else. It's typical America. Typical America. Instead of blaming yourself, you want to blame somebody else. Now, once again, going back to Gonzalo Curiel, this is a man who is taking advantage. And let me tell you, when I say he is taking advantage, he is the vice president of this particular organization, who runs these charter schools, and they're all online, and he's forcing, and this is according to reviews that are out there right now on this, once again, Urban Discovery Academy out of San Diego. Parents are saying that children are using porta potties to go to the bathroom. They're saying that they're using parking lots for playgrounds, that the administration could care less about any of the parents' grievances. They could care less about anything other than being able to put a child in a seat in a desk out there so that the government can funnel them some money so that they can continue to grow these schools so that they can continue to line their pocketbooks. Now, once again, who's the bigger fraud if you were going to, I guess, be judge and jury and executioner for both of these particular parties? Trump University, who advertised, remember, Trump did not take any government money for Trump University, all right? He had to advertise. He basically utilized it as a private venture. It was a for-profit business. He was selling information. He was selling the prominence of his brand. He had to acquire his customers through his own commercial advertising applications, all right? Unlike Gonzalo P. Curiel over here, the judge residing over the Trump University case, this man is basically utilizing the government to funnel money into his pockets, utilizing a system in which he is supposed to be in charge of a child's education, a child's well-being while being educated at that location. And this man could care less. I mean, just take a look at the goddamn reviews out here. Now, how come Gonzalo P. Curiel can't be sued? And how come, you want to know why he can't be sued, folks? I'll tell you why. Because the education system is protected. If you're funded by the government, you got to damn near be caught with a child in a janitor's closet with you buck naked and the child half clothed before they actually throw the book at you if you're an administrator or a teacher in this system. It's that sick. I mean, there was a report the other day that some 13-year-old impregnated some 20-something-year-old bimbo teacher, and she was proud of the fact that, she had common liaisons with this 13-year-old, for Christ's sake. It's just disgusting, man. So once again, the judge residing over the Trump University case, Judge Gonzalo P. Curiel, not only is he affiliated with the racially biased, if not racist organization, La Raza San Diego Lawyers, in which they advocate for, or legislate from the bench, legislate from the DA's office. I mean, you can look at it. It's all archived. They advocate this. It's on YouTube. On top of that, this man is in charge, if you want my personal opinion, an education racket. I mean, this guy has the gall to be making a judgment on a private seminar-based Trump University when this man, Gonzalo P. Curiel, is ripping off, in my personal opinion, the taxpayer of California by not providing an environment of education that would help facilitate a safe environment. I mean, I'm serious, man. I mean, look at the damn reviews online, all right? Once again, the name of it is Urban Discovery Academy. Parents are complaining. Kids are going to porta potty. Just imagine if you sent your child to school and they came home and said they had to use a porta potty to use the restroom, for Christ's sake. I mean, you know that kids aren't very sanitary as it is, for Christ's sake. That's why you have janitors that clean the damn bathroom every goddamn 2 or 3 hours. All right? I mean, I'm serious. That's why they have janitors on the payroll out there. There's bureaucratic janitors because they got to clean the goddamn crappers every 3 hours because these kids aren't very sanitary. And you got Gonzalo P. Curiel, judge residing over the damn Trump University case, has a charter school, Urban Discovery Academy out of San Diego, where the damn kids are forced to go to goddamn porta potties to take a whiz. It's just disgusting, man. I mean, who's the bigger scumbag in this particular situation? I'm not really sure if Trump is aware of this particular situation, and I hope that individuals that are on the Trump train that are listening will forward this information to them, because what's more hypocritical, huh? What's more hypocritical? This guy's he's a head of a charter. He's a VP. He's on the board of a charter school that forces children to go to goddamn bathroom at porta potties, for Christ's sake. I mean, that has playgrounds on parking lots. I'm just saying, man. I mean, just imagine how much money per kid this damn charter school is getting. Just imagine. And you know that charter schools, folks, they pay their teachers and their administrators a hell of a lot less money because they claim that, oh, well, we're a private institution, even though they're not, because if they're a private institution, that means that somebody, the parents, somebody would be paying for each and every one of those students, not some damn bureaucratic government subsidy, for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ. Anyway, folks, I didn't mean to harp, no pun intended, on this particular subject matter for so long, but this has been a freaking 24-hour-a-day hit piece on Donald Trump throughout the damn weekend, and it's a disgrace that the mainstream media won't put out the facts that this judge is not only racially biased because he's a racist piece of trash, but on top of which, he's a hypocritical piece of trash. How could this guy make a judgment on a private seminar-based Trump University when this son of a bitch, in my personal opinion, is scamming the government with his damn Urban Discovery Academy charter school, for Christ's sake? I mean, how in the hell can somebody who owns a school force a child to go to a damn porta potty? I mean, it's disgusting, man. I'm going to end it at that. But once again, these damn mainstream media idiots, I just can't believe it. And you know, Newt Gingrich, not to get off on a sidebar here, this asshole throughout the whole goddamn election within the past 4 to 5 months, this guy's been literally brown-nosing Donald Trump to no end, all right? Now, something must have happened this weekend where I guess Newt Gingrich got the call that he ain't going to be Donald Trump's vice president or something of that nature, because he came out today, or not today, he actually came out on Sunday, and he alluded to the fact that the Trump's comments on Gonzalo P. Curiel were, quote, inappropriate, and basically started talking down at Trump in relation to this judge, this racist goddamn La Raza judge, this scamming the damn government, the taxpayers of California for a damn charter school judge over here, that it was inappropriate for what Trump said about the judge. I don't think it was inappropriate at all. Alberto Gonzalez, all right, first of all, he is Latino, Mexican-American, whatever you want to refer to him as. Moreover, he's from Texas, and he was the former Attorney General of this country, okay? Alberto Gonzalez came out, and he even said, Donald Trump questioning the motives and questioning whether or not this judge has any kind of racial bias is 100% valid. It's 100% okay. Because if this judge has any racial bias, he cannot be a non-biased judge. He cannot obey the law of the land if he has a racial prejudice. He cannot do it. And, I cannot believe Newt Gingrich. I'm telling you this right now. You are an idiot, pal. You are an idiot for sitting here trying to act on this political correctness bandwagon, you fat piece of trash. Right when I thought that, Newt Gingrich was, coming around the pike, he had been ousted basically from the Republican Party for a long period of time. That's why he didn't even have a shot the last time during 2012 when he ran for president, for Christ's sake. I cannot believe this scumbag, but you see how these politicians are, man? You see how these bureaucrats are? They're soulless pieces of unloyal trash. Unbelievable. Unfreaking believable. Anyway, folks, I want to move on from this subject. I did not mean to take this much time on it, but god damn it. All the hit pieces that were out there relating to this ridiculous judge, this ridiculous case, I just had enough. I had enough of it. I had enough. All right? And people need to know the facts, for Christ's sake. People need to know the damn facts. Anyway, let me move on to another subject matter. Let's get a little bit more positive here, because tomorrow, baby, it's the Democratic primary in California. Do or die for Bernie Sanders, baby. And the reason I say do or die is because Hillary Clinton over the weekend won the Virgin Island primaries and the Puerto Rico primary. So it's pretty much do or die for Bernie. And he had a press conference today, believe it or not, which was ironic. I was wondering why he would have a press conference. But if you listen to it, which I did because I was curious why in the hell this idiot would call a press conference a day before the damn primary and didn't go after Hillary rotten, okay, it's another thing. When he was asked, if you lose tomorrow, Mr. Sanders, will you concede and throw your support in back of Hillary Clinton? And he said the following, well, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens after tomorrow. Well, let me put it. This is how he said. Well, let's see how it happens tomorrow. Let the people of California vote, and if they vote that way, then we'll talk about it when it comes to that. But I don't want to make any comments on anything based on speculation. So basically, he acted like a goddamn bureaucrat. Didn't answer the question, and moreover, folks, it just goes to show you once again that he is not for real, all right? Bernie Sanders, feel the burn up your ass, idiots. He is not for real. Because if he was for real, he would have said, no, we're going all the way to the convention. I don't care what happens tomorrow. I'm Bernie Sanders. I've got the youth in back of me. I got these college kids donating whatever beans they have left in their campaign college debt account, and they're donating it to my campaign, and I'm Bernie Sanders. I'm going all the way to the Democratic convention, and there's nothing you can do about it. He didn't do it. He didn't do it, folks. So once again, you Bernie Sanders, feel the burn up your ass idiots. I hope that you've woken up and smelled the coffee by now, all right? He basically did not answer the question. I saw the press conference. You can look it up for yourself. He did not answer the question on whether or not he was going to concede and basically throw his support in back of Hillary Clinton if he loses tomorrow's California primary. And I'm telling you, this is what's going to happen. Didn't I tell you, Bernie Sanders idiots, this? Huh? Didn't I tell you, feel the burn assholes, this? Now, how does that make you feel, huh? How is it going to make you, Bernie Sanders, feel the burn, violent, protesting, imbecilic, dumbass idiots? How is that going to make you feel when he loses tomorrow, and not only loses, all right? Not only loses, but then he concedes and then throws his support in back of Hillary rotten Clinton. How is that going to make you stupid Bernie Sanders idiots feel, baby? Because I told you so, boy. I've been telling you so ever since I came back on this broadcast. Bernie Sanders is not for real. And as a matter of fact, folks, even if Bernie Sanders loses tomorrow, okay, and then Hillary Rotten is the supposed presumptive nominee, I think that coming around the pike are these damn email allegations, and if the FBI doesn't formally ask the DOJ, the Department of Justice, to basically investigate this particular situation, or if something doesn't transpire around this email scandal, the information will be divulged to the public. All right, now one or the other is going to happen. Either charges are going to be brought about, or she's going to be indicted, or the information that has been compiled by the FBI as it relates to Hillary Rotten Clinton's email scandal will be made public. Now, either or, I think she's finished, and I think the Democrats know it. That's why you had Joe Biden again today. Y'all see Joe Biden looking presidential there, huh? Having that big speech about, curing cancer out there, huh? Did you see that? You see old Joe Biden out there, huh? Here comes Joe Biden, in before Joe Biden, baby, I'm telling you. And I don't think Joe Biden's going to be that bad to beat. Because, first of all, the man is half lobotomized. I mean, with all due respect. I mean, he had brain surgery. Jesus Christ, it was 20 years ago, but still. After he had that brain surgery, he went from less statesman, Democrat, bureaucrat to the gaffable, dumb Joe that we've come to know and love that, puts his foot in his mouth all the goddamn time. He's gaffable, man. The guy's always putting his foot in his mouth. All right, and on top of which, he's a little creepy. I mean, y'all see Joe Biden with getting close to that little girl? I mean, in that photo op, it's just disgusting. It's just, bleh. Jesus Christ, man. But that's why you have Elizabeth Warren flapping her fat, cheap slap-a-hoe fingers on the keyboard trying to talk garbage to Donald Trump on social media, because she's trying to get the spotlight on her so that political Pocahontas out here can go and be the vice presidential candidate for a one Joe Biden if somehow they can usurp this nomination at the Democratic convention. I'm telling you, I'm still looking forward to this Democratic convention, baby. I'm still looking forward to it. It's going to be great. All right? I mean, I can't wait. I can't wait to see the Bernie Sanders people, man. When Bernie Sanders he finally comes out, he loses California, he comes out, it's been a great campaign. I'm sorry, I can't go any further. I've got too much money in my campaign contribution account, and I don't want to spend it. I'm going to retire here after my Senate term is over, and I'm going to be retiring and going ice fishing 24 hours a day, and I'm going to be using state-of-the-art stuff because I am taking all my money that I got from this presidential campaign, and I'm going to retire, and then I'm going to transfer it into my personal bank account tax-free. Thank you all. Vote for Hillary Rotten Clinton. All right, I'm Bernie Sanders. Now feel the burn right in your asshole. All right, go feel the burn right in your asshole. I can't wait to see their faces, man. I can't wait. I cannot wait. I can't wait. Oh my God, it's going to be great. I'll tell you that. It's going to be a great day in American history to see these goddamn Bernie Sanders people lose their minds. All right? It's going to be a great day. I can't wait. I can't wait. Anyway, sticking with California primary news, did you hear old Roger Clinton's back in the news, for Christ's sake? Jesus Christ. And for you folks that don't know who Roger Clinton is, this is the ridiculous brother of one Bill Clinton, believe it or not. This guy is, drug user, alleged drug dealer, just complete and utter obnoxious waste of human life. Whatever mentally Bill Clinton was born with, all the leftover crap that was in the uterine, or in utero, I guess, within Bill Clinton's mother, it just basically came out in Roger Clinton. I mean, seriously, just complete waste of life, in my opinion, all right? Anyway, Roger Clinton, for some damn reason, decides, I don't know what he was doing in California. I mean, I know that Hillary Clinton is campaigning out there, and I know Bill Clinton is helping Hillary Rotten campaign out there. What in the hell is Roger Clinton doing out there? He's from Arkansas, for Christ's sake. What the hell is he doing out there? Were you scoring something for old Bill, boy? I'm serious, man. Won't you read Roger Clinton's books, for Christ's sake? All right? I mean, he even alludes to the fact that old Bill Clinton liked to do a little bit of nose candy, baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm serious. But Roger Clinton's out here in California. I don't know what he's doing out there, but he's out there driving in California. I don't know what the hell what is Roger Clinton doing in California? This guy's from Arkansas. What the hell is he doing in California? Anyway, he's out there cruising along. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know if he's going to get another fix. I don't know if he's going to get a prostitute. I don't know what the hell he's doing. But he gets pulled over and busted for DUI 2 days before the goddamn primary. I mean, what impeccable timing, huh? Oh, my God. You know, what's family for? Huh? What is family for? Oh, my God. That has got to be the most funniest thing I've ever heard in my life, all right? 2 days before the California primary out here, you got Hillary Clinton's brother-in-law, Bill Clinton's brother, I mean, a complete waste of pile of human protoplasm named Roger Clinton. I mean, folks, all you got to do is do a search on this guy and take a look at all the damn unscrupulous run-ins with the law that this son of a bitch has had. I mean, he's a damn drug user, alleged drug dealer, complete obnoxious abuser of freaking substances, just a degenerate, man. He's a degenerate. Now, what is he doing in goddamn California? And moreover, why is he driving around drunk? All right? I mean, what, are you trying to look for something for your brother there, boy? Huh? I mean, I'd like to know where Roger Clinton and Bill Clinton were at the same time, and that'll say a lot, all right? I'm just saying, for Christ's sake. All right? I'm just saying. Jesus Christ, man. he gets busted for DUI. I mean, what a scumbag, man. Oh, my God. I don't want to spend too much time on Roger Clinton, but, you know, he reminds me, and look, I've been around, folks, so I remember this time. Jimmy Carter's beard. Y'all remember Jimmy Carter's brother, Billy Carter? Billy Carter Beard. Y'all remember Billy Beard? I mean, Jimmy Carter's brother was such a degenerate, shit-kicking hick, all right? I mean, just a complete, like, overall-wearing, you know, John Deere tractor driving through the town looking, knee-slapping, podunk, redneck piece of beer-guzzling trash. You know, I'm serious. And, for some reason, I don't know who, I don't know, you know these people that are all about business. They convinced this idiot redneck brother of Jimmy Carter to put his name on a freaking can of beer called Billy Beer. You know, Billy Carter Beer. You know what I'm saying? I mean, give me a freaking... I mean, what else is family for, right? I mean, not that they can't just live their own lives over here. They gotta that's just horrible, man. I'm glad that I don't have any ridiculous siblings that are going to be embarrassments or have ever been embarrassments in my family, all right? I'm completely honest with you on that. Good Lord. Anyway, folks, I don't want to spend too much time on that, folks. Tomorrow, once again, the Democratic primary, California, do or die for Bernie Sanders. And if you want my personal opinion, I think it's already in the tank for Hillary Rodham. I think that I think she's got it. I mean, the polls allude to the fact that she's got it. Bernie is, in my opinion, this press conference he had today, he was succumbing to the inevitable. All right, seriously, he was succumbing to the inevitable. Now, folks, I want to talk a little bit about this really fast, and then I'm going to get to some Twitter shout-outs. Did y'all hear about these 15 different terror attacks that have been foiled before the Euro 2016 tournament? And folks in Europe, the folks across the pond, please forgive me. I am not aware. I believe this is soccer. I don't watch soccer. I'm sorry. I don't want to diss soccer because I know there's a lot of billions of people that watch the damn thing. I just don't particularly like it. It's just boring, you know. And I know that people are going to get around and circle jerk all over. They get around and circle jerk over and over here in America too. So I don't get it. But regardless, it's a very important event. I mean, it is watched worldwide. The biggest sport in the world, soccer. I mean, I got to give it that much props. It's the biggest sport in the world. Well, 15 different terror attacks have been foiled before this. And folks, I mean, they have confiscated rockets. They've confiscated Kalashnikovs. They've confiscated all kinds of weapons, bomb-making materials. I mean, 15 different attacks have been foiled, for Christ's sake, and there's supposedly still more that they haven't attained. And this is why, I believe it was last week, America put out a warning to anybody that's an American visiting Europe, especially during this Euro 2016 tournament, because I'm telling you, folks, this is going to be a serious hit. And that's why you had so many different attacks that have been foiled, 15 different terror attacks. That alludes to me that they are trying to coordinate some kind of a Tet offensive. I don't mean to be utilizing a Viet-fucking-Nam reference, but if y'all are not familiar with the Tet offensive, The Tet Offensive was basically an offensive in which the Viet Cong basically attacked the bases. Every single base that was stationed in Vietnam at the time of the Vietnam War, full-on attack. And they didn't really win anything. They actually lost a lot of lives in the Tet Offensive. But the problem is that Tet Offensive kind of basically, I hate to admit this, but it basically turned the tide of the war in their favor, because it showed the world and it showed the enemy, which was us at the time, that they are willing to die for this communist radical political romanticism, all right? And it shocked everybody. It shocked the generals. It shocked everybody who was leading regiments out there at the time, for Christ's sake. The Tet Offensive was really, really serious stuff. I mean, these Vietnamese that basically led the charge of the Tet Offensive attack, they knew they were going to die. They knew they were going to die. They went in charging these particular bases in Vietnam, and they knew they were going to die. And it was a real shocking thing to see as it relates to those that were at the base, because typically in Vietnam, the majority of fellers that are at the base or in the rear with the gear, they're not necessarily, or they were not necessarily prepared to confront the enemy in this capacity. I mean, remember, a lot of people that are in the rear with the gear, they're not out there in the shit, for the lack of a better term. So the reason I'm comparing what they are foiled here and what's going to continue to unravel, in my personal opinion, in these 15 different terror attacks that have been foiled here recently, right before the Euro 2016 tournament, is that, in my opinion, these wild Jehudis, and they have utilized, remember, folks, when this happens, because it's going to happen, all right? I'm not joking. It's going to happen. You can tell they're trying to stop it, but there are so many wild Jehudis sparse throughout Europe. I guarantee it. I almost can predict that here within, as we get closer to different things, not just the Euro 2016 tournament, but closer to Brexit, closer to different things, just different things in Europe, you're going to start seeing these outlandish, unbelievable, simultaneous attacks that can be compared to the Tet Offensive. I mean, just attacks on all kinds of things that are media-based, that'll get the eyes of those that are on the television, that are on the media. It's going to shock the world. This is what they are preparing for. And lest we forget, folks, that it was these bureaucrats, these international bureaucrats that brought these people into Europe. And you've got this current administration right now in America, Barack Obama and the liberal regime and the Democrats trying to bring these same wild Jehudis into America. You understand that? Trying to bring these same wild Jehudis here to America. So, folks, 15 foiled attacks, I mean, that's serious business, man. That means that there is a coordinated effort possibly for 100+ attacks on a simultaneous basis. And folks, they're already in Europe, man. They're there already. They're there already. And folks, just look at what happened in the Paris attacks. I mean, one of the masterminds was hidden out there in Belgium. He was so protected by the wild Jehudis out there that they didn't even turn him in. He could just go out and just walk around, for Christ's sake. You know what I mean? He could just walk around freely out in the streets. He did that for, a month, 2 months, for Christ's sake? Nobody turned him in. So what should that tell you? That should tell you, like I've always said, that these Islamics, all right, for the majority of them, of course, all of them aren't terrorists, okay? I'm not saying they all are terrorists, but the majority of them are completely okay and accept. They accept it. They accept this damn terrorism as a weapon to advance this Islamic caliphate that each and every one of them have been brainwashed into believing via this religion, all right? And mark my words, folks, once again, It's going to happen, all right? And remember when it happens, to not be afraid, you should get angry. You should get angry because, folks, who brought these people?
Okay, I get it. We're supposed to share the love. But when it comes to 2 breakfast croissants for $4 from Jack in the Box, sometimes you need to share with someone who really looks out for you. That would be you. Who bought you those 2 croissants anyway? You did. Well done, you. Gold star. Go ahead, share it with yourself. Get 2 buttery croissants with freshly cracked eggs and your choice of sausage or grilled bacon and ham for $4, only at Jack in the Box. Home of breakfast served all day. Limited time only. Price and participation may vary. Tax not included.
Here. Who brought those folks to your country? The bureaucrats, the international bureaucrats, for Christ's sake. And you see, folks, once again, I can't reiterate this any goddamn more. Remember, the reason Europe has accepted these wild Yehudis, and now the wild Yehudis are dominating them, their populations, their countries, they're implementing Sharia law in certain parts, is because, folks, the bureaucrats, the international bureaucrats absolutely pussified the populations of Europe with socialism, man. Pussified them with socialism. That's why they can't fight back. That's why they're there being dominated by a bunch of wild Yehudis, for Christ's sake. They've been disarmed. All right, they've been pussified by socialism, for Christ's sake. I mean, once again, take a look. Please take a look at and it's a explicit video, so if you're a child, please don't. But take a look at the uncut version of Smack My Bitch Up by the EDM, or I don't know if you want to call them EDM, or electronica, I guess at the time. Prodigy was the name. Prodigy, the electronica band Prodigy, put out this song, Smack My Bitch Up. Yeah, I know. People are like, oh my God, I'm triggered. That's a horrible name. That's a horrible name for a song. Hey, look, I didn't make the song, all right? But Prodigy is from Germany, all right? And this was about 1997 at the time. And Prodigy put out this particular video. Now, what's so telling about the video is that it shows the emphasis of just kind of living a very menial socialist life. If you take a look at the intro of that, very menial possessions, just a bed, a stereo, not too much in the house, so on and so forth, socialist type of dwellings, socialist type of settings. And then the first thing they pan to is the person doing cocaine, all right? And then going to some Chinese restaurant and then, getting something to eat and then going out drinking and partying and drugging and sexing on the town. That's literally what Europe has done for the past 30 years. All right? Why do you think, and look, I was in the 90s, I was there in the 90s. Everybody thought Europe was this great place because, they were so tolerant to multiple sex partners and open sexual relations and drug activity and we got electronica dance music and we're partying 24 hours a day and we're taking drugs and we're drinking. I mean, we get to drink. I mean, in certain parts of Europe, you could have been able to drink at like 13, 12 years old in some of these parts. I'm not joking. I mean, it was this like socialist utopia until the government could no longer financially sustain that particular utopia. And the only reason that they put that utopia over you people is to put you people in the positions that you are today. And look at what's happened. 1997. Europe was the socialist utopia. They were the reason why everybody wanted to be socialist. We're drugging, we're sexing, I'm not working. I don't have to work. I can just party every day. I can just party every day. That's what I can do. I can just party all the time. No, you can't party, for Christ's sake. Look at what's happening now. Look at what's happening. The wild Yehudis. They've taken over Europe. They've taken over Europe, for Christ's sake. And you see the damn international bureaucrats, they've pussified the damn Europeans. They've pussified them. They have pussified them. They have implemented the absolute pussification of Europe via this social engineering, via socialism. And when are you socialists, when are you Europeans, when are you liberals in America are going to recognize this, that socialism is being utilized as political warfare by the bureaucrats so that they can have more and more totalitarianism upon us. That is the sole motive of all this garbage, is so that these bureaucrats can have totalitarian rule over each and every one of our lives. And look at what's happening in Europe, folks. Huh? All right? Look what happened in Europe. My apologies, Prodigy is British. My friends from Britannia are very quick to tell me that on the Twitter, for Christ's sake. So they are British, but I knew they got their they made most of their money out of Germany. They started the whole German dance trend at the time, for Christ's sake. They're actually a very good group. I remember the damn group very vividly. But anyway, folks, once again, socialism is the reason why Europe is in the position that it's in. And disarming and pussifying them with drugs, sex, electronica music, that's why they are pussified. That's why they cannot fight back against these wild Yehudis, many of which are battle-hardened, sick psychopaths, all right, that have been in war situations, probably killed people like it was probably behead people right before breakfast. And that's why they are being dominated right now. That's why they are being completely and utterly dominated. Anyway, folks, my apologies. There's just so much things to get to today, so let's just go ahead and get right to some Twitter shout-outs. And for all you folks that want to shout out right here, right now, live on the broadcast, all you have to do is give me a Twitter shout-out, or excuse me, I'll give you a Twitter shout-out if you retweet the first tweet on my Twitter account. All right, the Twitter name to follow, Politics Ghost, all one word, no underscores, Politics Ghost, and retweet the tweet, True Capitalist Radio Now Live. All right, True Capitalist Radio Now Live, and I will give you a Twitter shout-out right here, right now, live on the broadcast. Do we have any Twitter shout-outs, engineer? All right, well, let's go ahead and get to some Twitter shout-outs right now. All right, who we got here? We got Razor's Edge 1334 in the house. We got Lord Poke in the place. We've got Adam67. What's going on to Adam67 in the house? We've got G-Man in the place. We got G in the house. Long time no see to G. So Vietnam. Oh, yeah, that's great. Here we go again with the Vietnam jokes. Not today, asshole, all right? Prepper Capital in the house. We've got Huxoban in the place. And once again, retweet the first tweet on my Twitter account if you want a Twitter shout-out right here, right now, live on the broadcast. Stop Triggering Ghost. That's funny. The Hambone of Hanoi. The Hambone of Hanoi. The Hambone of you. Damn it, piece of crap. First of all right, first and foremost, I've told you people to stop talking about Viet-fucking-Nam, all right, first and foremost, all right? And secondly, I'm not a goddamn hambone. All right, I'm not a freaking hambone, all right, so it's enough. Let's not get started off on the bad foot here, all right? We're having a good show here, all right? I mean, we're giving out some pretty good information to folks. We don't need this crap. We don't need it, all right? Jesus Christ, give me the mic. Give me the mic. Give me the freaking mic, for Christ's sake. Anyway, we've got Pampers for Masked Pony. Oh, Jesus Christ. Now, look, I don't want to get into that during the live broadcast, folks. I'll get into that in the third hour, all right? Because, that doesn't need to be talked about right now on the live broadcast. I don't want to get into it. I don't want to get into it. I don't want to get into it. Jesus Christ. It's the internets, man. I mean, what do you expect? It's the internets, man. You don't know these people. Anyway, you got Sergeant Yoda in the house. Happy hour at Hanoi. Yes, Jesus, shove it up your ass. The TCR Steam Chat. Ben Hale, Alex Bosey. We've got Ali shaking in the gray. Oh, you said that's horrible, man. That's horrible. I don't even like Muhammad Ali. We're going to get to that later on in the broadcast. But that's horrible, man. That is just horrible. Horrible, horrible. Jesus Christ. That does remind me, folks, I'm trying to get the band back together. And as you folks know, I had a band, Michael J. Fox and the Shakes. We're trying to get the band back together. And it's a pretty shaky situation, to say the least. Pretty shaky situation. Anyway, let me move on, for Christ's sake. Let's hope that we can get the band back together, Michael J. Fox and the Shakes, and we'll be back. We'll be rocking, all right? We'll be shaking and a rocking. We'll be shaking a leg, baby. We'll be shaking a leg. Anyway, we got Ghost Made Me Rich. Hey, well, good for you. Cheers, baby. Cheers. Templeton for host. Yeah, shove it up your ass, all right? Shove it up your ass. We've got Alex Jones rip-off. Hey, Alex Jones rips me off! I mean, look, folks, you know, right? I mean, things that I'm talking about, all of a sudden this bastard starts talking about. Things that I've been doing, he's doing. All right? I mean, I remember right before I got off the air the last time, this son of a bitch was ripping off my radio graffiti. Y'all remember that crap? So, look, I don't want to get it. Look, what's going on between me and Alex is personal, all right? All right, I saw him and Roger Stone out there on 6th Street, and I was very tempted to go up to Alex and say, "What the hell's your problem?" But me and Roger Stone, I don't want to get into it. I don't want to. Let's move on. Platinum Robo, what's going on? The TCR Steam Chat in the house. What's going on to the Teutonic Plague? The Teutonic Plague in the house. We've got the Czech Capitalist. What's going on to the Czech Capitalist? We've got waterboarding in Texas. You son of a bitch, all right? It's actually been rather pleasant the past couple of days, for Christ's sake. I can't complain. So, I was about to start building up Oregon cloudbuster cannons. I'm not joking around, folks. And I'm telling you, Harp, if you don't think I can do it, I'll do it. I know what Oregon is, all right? I'll build the son of a bitch. And I don't want to get into that. Anyway, Masked Pony, sick prick. Look, let's not get into that, all right, folks? We'll get into that in the third hour, all right, in the post-show edition, for Christ's sake, all right? I don't want to get into that right now, so stop being a bunch of milky lickers, all right? We got Z Frost Creations in the house. What's going on? We got ISIS on 6th Street. Shove it up your ass, all right? Shove it up your ass. 2 hours wasted time. Hey! Asshole, if you don't like the show, then get the hell off, you scumbag. If you don't like the show, then screw you. Screw you. Screw you. You piggish power bottom fruit bowl. Nobody asked you to freaking listen, you damn fruity ass bastard. Anyway, we've got Jesus Christ. I'm not saying that. We've got Alchemy Ruin My Life. We've got Masked Diaper. Oh, Jesus Christ. Can we stop? I'm serious. I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about it. We got Choco Latte in the house. We got Floating Baguette. You son of a... Shove it up your ass, all right? We got Capitalist UK. We've got Dirk Pitt in the house. What's going on for Dirk Pitt? We've got 1500-degree rice cooker. Look, enough, all right, enough. We got PTSD for Ghost. No, I don't have PTSD, all right? I'm a man, all right? I'm a man, for Christ's sake. I can, whatever happened in my life, I can take like a goddamn man, boy. I can take like a man. Anyway, I'm going to do a couple more Twitter shout-outs, and that's it, all right? If you want a Twitter shout-out, retweet the first tweet on my Twitter account. Politics Ghost is the name, all right? Retweet the first tweet. True Capitalist Radio, now live, and I'll give you a damn Twitter shout-out right here, right now, live on the broadcast, all right? It's that damn simple, boy. Anyway, we got Exara Hawks in the place. What's going on to Exara Hawks? Who else do we got over here? We got Viper 2 Actual in the place. I'm not saying that sick name, you twisted pricks. We got Masked Tard. That's horrible. That is horrible. Who else do we got? Swift Boat on 6th Street. You son of a... Look, enough. All right, I'm serious. Enough. Anyway, we got Free Zorg in the house. What's going on for Free Zorg? We've got Tyson Rocket in the place. 282 days spewing lies. You son of a bitch. Shut up your ass. Look, if you don't like the show, if you think I'm a bunch of crap, all right, well, then get the hell out of here. Get out. Get the hell out. Nobody's asking you morons to sit here and listen, you jerk dick. Anyway, we've got the trans can. The trans can? Are you kidding me? You trolls. I'm telling you. There's a freaking can with a pair of balls on it, for Christ. I mean, Jesus Christ. All right, I had about enough. That's enough, for Christ. I'm not joking. He's got a picture of a can with a pair of balls on it, for Christ's sake. I've had enough. All right, I've had enough of this crap. Enough Twitter shout-outs. Enough of them. I've had enough. I've had enough. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, folks. I mean, I know that there's a lot of folks that tune in because, this is a legitimate commentary that is being provided out here. I know that people utilize this particular show as a legitimate source of information and news, for Christ's sake. And whenever I, do these interactions with the goddamn internet, for Christ's sake, it's an embarrassment. It's a goddamn embarrassment. Horrible, man. Horrible what's happened. Anyway, folks, we're well into the second hour of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank you very much for tuning in with me. If you haven't already done so, please spread it around like wildfire that True Capitalist Radio is in effect in the house, and we are live every Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. And once again, if you haven't already done so, please bookmark the official website of the True Capitalist Radio Show. It is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. You can download every episode that yours truly has ever conducted. I'm telling you, we're almost at 500. We're at 460-something. I think 466, I believe, something like that. 467, I don't know what it is, but we're almost at 500 episodes, folks, so that just goes to show you the expanded internet broadcasting career that yours truly has, spawning back a long period of time, baby. You understand? Woo! Anyway, I forgot where I was because these damn Milky Lickers are out here acting like a bunch of damn pedophile priest-probing pricks. Oh, that's an Alameda-Pita, right? Alameda-Pita. Pedophile priest-probing pricks. Pedophile priest-probing pricks. Pedophile priest-probing pricks. Well, I try to say that about 8 times, for Christ's sake. Anyway, once again, folks, I don't know where I'm at. Where am I at, engineer? Oh, yeah, we were talking about the 15 terror attacks that have been foiled prior to the Euro 2016 tournament. And as I've alluded to, folks, I believe that this is just the tip of the iceberg. I believe that this shows that there is a planned, coordinated effort to strike simultaneous strikes at the same time to basically shock and awe in terroristic fashion Europe and the rest of the world. And I believe that everybody needs to be vigilant in what's going on. And it's not a matter of if, it's when it happens. When this terrorist act happens, it's going to be a simultaneous terrorist act. Mark my word. All the evidence is pointing to it. When it happens, do not get scared, get angry, and get angry at the international bureaucrats that brought the problem into your country, that brought the problem into Europe. I'm talking about the international bureaucrats. They're the ones that brought it, man. These wild Yehudis are coordinating within the borders of the country, for Christ's sake, man. And they have got the government's backing, for Christ's sake. They're the ones that brought them there. The government are the ones that brought them there. Don't forget it. Don't you ever forget it, that the damn Eurocrats, the international bureaucrats, are the ones that brought these wild Yehudis into Europe. And when there is a simultaneous terrorist attack, I'm telling you, folks, you know who to blame. You know who to blame. Anyway, folks, speaking of international bureaucratic institutions, for Christ's sake, Did you hear about NATO? You know, we had a listener tweet at us photos of United States artillery and United States vehicles going into Poland, even though no one had any idea that, you know, we were conducting any kind of military exercises. Well, lo and behold, remember, we tweeted that about, if not last week, 2 weeks ago. Lo and behold, NATO releases that the NATO countries are beginning the largest war game in Eastern Europe since the Cold War. Oh, that's great, huh? That's just great. Give me a freaking break. Are you kidding me? I mean, 31,000 troops, all right? Thousands of vehicles and troops from 24 different countries are partaking in this war game that is happening within Poland. All right, it's happening within Poland right now. And let me tell you something right now. I want to thank that listener who was the one that tweeted at us these images of United States armaments, United States military being moved through Poland. Because who's been saying, folks, that NATO is trying to engage a direct confrontation with Russia and China? Who's been saying it all along? Me. That's who. Who do I trust? Me. I'm serious, folks. I mean, look back in that archive. I've been saying it, man. I'm telling you this right goddamn now. All right? I'm telling you this right now. This is a direct confrontation waiting to happen of nuclear proportions. It's almost as if the bureaucrats and the bureaucrats, the international bureaucracies actually want this kind of nuclear confrontation. They want World War IV. Because, folks, World War III was the Cold War. All right? I'm telling you, this next war, if it does happen, and let me tell you, NATO conducting itself in the largest war game in Eastern Europe since the Cold War, I mean, they are trying to engage a confrontation with Russia, with China, and it's despicable. That's why I'm telling you, folks, all this ISIS stuff, NATO, United States, the European Union, these people are the ones running ISIS, all right? ISIS is nothing more than two things. It's a smokescreen to make people believe that there's an actual war against some caliphate. And secondly, they are being utilized to immigrate these war-hardened, battle-hardened wild Yehudis into Europe and America so they can justify totalitarian martial law as it relates to bureaucratic rule over the people. All right? Meanwhile, while all this is happening, folks, you've got this damn NATO, these international institutions that are basically trying to confront Russia and China on a nuclear confrontational level. And no one seems to be covering this whatsoever. No one! Because they're too busy covering ISIS. They're too busy covering, Hillary Rodham, and they're too busy covering a gorilla that died, They're too busy covering Muhammad Ali. Folks, this particular military exercise that NATO is conducting is very dangerous. Very dangerous. Now, not dangerous in the sense of terrorist acts, simultaneous terrorist acts. I'm talking dangerous in regard that if we have a confrontation with Russia and China, they are not, and I'm telling you this right now, they are not going to hesitate to utilize nuclear warfare to deter what is being interpreted from the Russia and China side as multilateral aggression. Multilateral aggression. And you already see the posturing from China. They've already said that they're not going to move that artificial military base that they created in the middle of the South China Sea, for Christ's sake. They already said they're not moving, they're not going nowhere. And the reason they're doing that, folks, is because they're a little afraid that, we can have those allies that border the South China Sea, and to be able to use that border that they have on the South China Sea to be able to potentially have some kind of a naval-based attack on China. All right? I mean, this is all warfare-based stuff that's happening right before our very eyes, man. Meanwhile, you got the United States people worrying about ISIS, and they should be. But, folks, you have to know what exactly is going on so that when things happen, you aren't fooled like everybody else. Your mind isn't being suggested to think what's going on. You know what's going on. And as I stated, folks, ISIS is nothing more than a smoke screen. It is a smoke screen to basically deviate everybody's international consciousness from the actual confrontation that NATO, America, Europe is trying to have with Russia and China, and basically focus that attention on this fictitious war on terror that, with all due respect, folks, all the evidence shows that NATO, Europe, Obama, they've all funded, trained, and armed ISIS. General Michael T. Flynn, the man who was the former DIA, Defense Intelligence Agency head, all right? This is a man being considered as a vice presidential nominee for Donald Trump. That just goes to show you how important this man is. He's a general. This man has been quoted as saying in an interview that Barack Obama deliberately made a conscious effort to arm, train, and fund ISIS. And when asked, why did he do this, Michael T. Flynn responded, I don't know why he did it. You're going to have to ask the president on why he did it. This doesn't even make any sense to me. I mean, what is the president doing? I'm telling you what he's doing, all right? He's helping the international bureaucracies. Because you see, folks, when all this hysteria happens, as it relates to the wild Yehudis detonating themselves in simultaneous fashion, not just in Europe, I also believe that they'll do it here in America. They want to make it a global strike, a coordinated global suicide attack, global strike, so that this way the international bureaucrats, which have agents in every one of our damn governments, folks, more than half of our governments are international bureaucrat agents. It'll justify to them when this simultaneous attack, this terrorist attack happens, it'll justify their totalitarian martial law rule over the people, and then that will give them legitimacy to confront the Russia and China confrontation on a nuclear basis, because there'd be nothing that the people can do about it anymore, because the Constitution has been suspended, the rule of law has been suspended, and now the authority lies with the totalitarian government. And if the totalitarian government wants to directly confront Russia and China on a nuclear basis, they can do that in a martial law situation. Not just here in America, but also in the European Union, also in Britannia, also in all the other NATO-based countries. Are you starting to get what's about to happen? That's why I always alluded to the fact that people need to wake their asses up and they need to start realizing what exactly is going on around them. And once you start understanding what's going on around you, that's when you can start realizing that, hey, wait a minute. I don't want to be a part of this, and I don't want to be one of the goofs that are going to be out here praising a totalitarian government for enforcing martial law for the sake of so-called safety, because that is what is going to be the basis of martial law. The wild Yehudis that they brought into the country that are going to coordinate multi-country attacks on the countries that they bring them in, they are going to justify totalitarianism because they're going to keep the people safe. All the people are going to want, they're going to want safety. They're going to want safety. There's going to be these wild Yehudis everywhere detonating themselves. And all the people want, they want safety. That's all the people are going to want. And they're going to justify totalitarianism. The people are going to say, please, government, please take care of me. I'm tired of the wild Yehudis. They're blowing us up. Please. And there comes totalitarianism, folks. And in this way, the so-called international bureaucratic leaders of the world are finally taking control of all sovereign governments. And now they can go right after the two sovereigns that they want to confront to begin with, and that is China and Russia. And folks, this has all been pre-written already, man. Zbigniew Brzezinski wrote that he wanted to do this in the 70s, all right? He tried to do this in the 70s. That's what I'm telling you, folks, man. I mean, this is not a psychic. I mean, when these things come to pass, and folks, they are going to come to pass. I'm the prognosticator of prognosticators, not because I'm psychic. I understand how to read all the facts. I understand how to read all the moves and the calculations and all the movements happening around the characters of the world. I know how to do this and be able to judge what these people are going to do. I mean, that's what people in the CIA do. I mean, that's the whole concept of the CIA, Central Intelligence Agency. They want to gather enough intelligence about you so they can gather enough mental profile of who you are so they can know what you're going to do before you even do it. And folks, once again, I guarantee you there is going to be an attack. And it's going to be multi-countries, all right? Multi-countries, and that is going to justify martial law for not just America. I'm talking even Europe. I'm talking the European Union states, Britannia. I'm talking everybody that has these wild Yehudis running wild everywhere, for Christ's sake, because the bureaucratic governments, which are international bureaucratic agents, allowed these damn wild Yehudis to come in here to begin with. This is serious, man. This is serious business, and I think people need to start waking up and taking their heads out of their ass, all right? Now, once again, NATO, they've began their largest war game in Eastern Europe. It's in Poland right now. They're conducting a war game, largest since the Cold War. There are 31,000 troops right now conducting this war game, thousands of artillery vehicles from 24 different countries. This is serious. They are trying to antagonize Russia and China into an international nuclear confrontation, man. I'm not just pulling this out of my ass. I've been saying this, man. Now look at what they're doing. They're in there. They're there. They're there, man. I mean, take your heads out of your asses, man. Why do you think Obama's got all this divisive politics going on all over the country? Oh, trannies against gays, against lesbos, against blacks, against whites, against Latinos, against, I mean, you name it. Police against civilians, against, you name it. Just divisive, because these liberals know how to make your mind spin around in circles while they're doing the unscrupulous activity in your name because you voted these people in. And you see, folks, they got you spinning around in circles, not even knowing what in the hell they're getting you into, because they're getting you into this. So open your goddamn eyes, man. Open your goddamn eyes, man. Jesus Christ. It's time to start getting political, and it's time to start getting political quick. That's why, and I hate to keep reiterating this, Donald Trump's candidacy is so damn important. Donald Trump does not want to have anything to do with NATO any longer. He wants to disassociate America from these ridiculous international bureaucratic institutions. All right? We don't belong with them. We don't need them. All right? They're pathetic. And that's what makes his candidacy, especially as it relates to foreign policy, so goddamn important. That's why those of us on the Trump train, those of us in the capitalist army, are working diligently to make sure that we do whatever it takes to make sure this man is elected president. All right? And we've done a good lot of work, folks. I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, We unearthed the Madams list. Some of the capitalist army, found some numbers relating to Ted Cruz. We did all kinds of crap, man, all kinds of stuff. We found out that John Kasich lived with his chief of staff for 15 years, who was a man. And it was an unknown story in the Senate Budget Committee. It's just disgusting. It's just, you know what I mean? Paul Ryan, how his mother has two different husbands who died mysteriously, and of course she financially benefits each time. We uncovered all this stuff, man, all of it. And folks, the reason we're doing this is because we want Donald Trump elected president. It's time for the capitalists to take control of this country. You understand that? This is a capitalist revolution, and it's time for you to get off the sidelines and get on the front lines, baby. You understand that? I'm talking about what we're doing. Look at the internet damage the capitalist army is doing. Meme warfare, baby. You know that? Did y'all see that link that I retweeted? The military is studying meme warfare, huh? The military is studying internet influence. Do you understand that? That's why I'm telling you, you are just as important as everybody else, for Christ's sake. If all you do is nothing more than retweet an article, tweet a news article, pump out pro-Trump propaganda, pump out anti-Hillary, anti-devil, whatever it takes, man. Because remember, these people are stupid. A lot of these people still listen to the mainstream media on the TV, for Christ's sake. That's why we need you to go out there and deliver this information. Anyway, folks, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to go off keister, but once again, NATO countries begin largest war game in Eastern Europe since the Cold War. And that doesn't look very good, man. It doesn't look very good. Anyway, we've been talking a little bit about this Iraq offensive in Fallujah. We've been talking about it for about a couple of weeks now. Once again, these disgusting, filthy ISIS pieces of trash, according to reports, are now killing civilians that are fleeing the city to just get the hell out of the war zone situation. They're killing them, and according to reports, they're laying their body parts in medieval type situations around the city, the posts with a whole bunch of heads on it, and just ridiculous, sick, barbaric, pure butchery nonsense. And of course, ISIS can only do this to innocent people. They can never do this as it relates to anybody who's fighting them, because as I've stated time and time again, every time they've tried to initiate any kind of a military offensive against the Kurds or the Peshmerga, they get their asses repelled back, and then when they capture these ISIS pricks, they're crying like bitches. They're crying like little bitches, for Christ's sake. Hey, you just did all that killing for Allah. You just did all that killing for Muhammad out there. Why are you crying, huh? Why are you crying? He's crying because he knows he's going to hell, all right? Jesus Christ. Anyway, folks, once again, the Islamic State, or the supposed Islamic State, is firing upon civilians fleeing from Fallujah. And you see, we reported last week that that's why the Iraqi offensive has taken a step backwards, because they're claiming that the situation as it relates to the civilian casualties are getting ridiculous. Now that these reports are coming out, I can understand a little bit why the Iraqi offensive did take a step back. It had nothing to really do with ISIS fighting the Iraqi forces, but it had everything to do with the ISIS fighters killing and butchering people that are trying to flee the Fallujah offensive. It's disgusting. It seems that's all these ISIS idiots know how to do is kill innocent people. Innocent people. That's all they do. That's all they do. And it seems to me, folks, that the only thing that these people respect is pure brute force. Doesn't this whole destabilization of the Middle East basically shed some level of validity on the fact that these people need to be led by totalitarian dictators that kill these people if they get out of line, even in the slightest? I mean, doesn't it prove that these, Saddam Hussein's, Muammar Gaddafi's, Mubarak's, I hate to even say Bashar al-Assad's, they're an unfortunate, necessary fact of life as it relates to those that identify as Muslim? I mean, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I mean, it seemed to me that these particular dictators, all right, these particular dictators have authority over these particular wild Yehudis. Remember, how many wild Yehudis did you see running roughshod when Saddam Hussein, Muammar Gaddafi, Mubarak in Egypt, all these people were still in power? How many wild Yehudis did you see running roughshod? Not many. Now look at this crap. Utterly disgusted, man. Anyway, let me move on, folks, because we're running out of time here, all right? Once again, ISIS, they're firing upon civilians fleeing Fallujah in Iraq during this Iraqi army offensive on Fallujah. Very, very sick. Anyway, folks, it's about that time. It's Bilderberg 2016, this Thursday in Dresden. And for you folks that are unaware of Bilderberg, believe it or not, it is one of the biggest annual events that brings together the world's elites. And I'm talking in government. I'm talking in business. I'm talking in the intelligentsia. They all converge on some five-star hotel somewhere, and they basically talk about what they're going to plan on doing for the world. I mean, that's basically what they do, folks. I've never talked about it on this show because, well, to be completely honest with you, I've never really thought to talk about it. I'll be completely honest with you. Never even thought to talk about it. But the reason I'm talking about it now is because a lot of investigative work has been done into the Bilderberg meetings, and enough evidence has been brought out. As secretive as these people have tried to make this meeting, enough of this meeting has come out to suggest that these world leaders, I'm talking world political leaders, I'm talking the leaders in business, leaders in the intelligentsia worldwide, they converge on Bilderberg to basically dictate how the world is going to be for the next year. And folks, I find it rather ironic that this Bilderberg meeting is happening right before Brexit. Right before Brexit, for Christ's sake, folks. And I think that this is the last plan in an attempt to thwart the Brexit vote, folks. All right? And look, they've been trying to scare the bejesus out of Britannia as it relates to this Brexit vote, claiming that it's going to be economic suicide. I don't get it. I mean, can somebody tell me how the United Kingdom, all right, is in economic suicide? I'm reading the numbers here, right? I mean, their government debt as a country, the UK, as I read it, and this is Wikipedia, of course, 1.56 trillion pounds sterling. That's it. That's their debt, all right? I mean, that's all they've got, for Christ's sake. And as a matter of fact, they're paying more interest on that debt than they are the actual principal on the debt itself. So, to be honest with you, they have attempted to try to balance this particular debt, but in recent time, the forecast to balance or structurally eliminate the debt has been pushed back several years. The first time it was supposed to be paid off by 2017, 2018. It's been pushed back to 2018, 2019, and now it's been pushed back to 2019, 2020. And you see that evidence of pushing back the debt more and more, all right? That pushing back the debt more and more proves why Britannia has to get the hell out of the EU. Because who in the hell is pushing back that debt? I mean, that is not a lot of money to be eliminating from the economy. I mean, you could be debt-free within a couple of years, in my personal opinion. All you need out there in Britannia is someone who understands the economics so that they can articulate this to the people so that when the people go to vote for Brexit, they understand that the economy is not going to collapse. You know what I mean? It's not going to collapse. I mean, it's not like America over here. We got almost $20 trillion in debt, for Christ's sake. $20 trillion. So once again, folks, I don't see where the economic numbers are going to signify a complete and utter collapse of Britannia's economy. And of course, the only reason that you're seeing turbulence in the FTSE, the only reason today you saw a drop in the pound sterling is because once again, man, it's much like here in America. The institutions, the financial institutions of Britannia are in the tank with the European Union. All right, they have a vested interest in the European Union. And so they are going to help and aid in the, financial hysteria by, forcing certain prices of commodities, equities, currencies downward so that it can justify the bureaucrats or the Eurocrats' fear and hysteria that they're trying to pump forth to Britannia as it relates to the Brexit vote. And I'm saying to people in Britannia, I just told you the debt. That ain't nothing, man. That ain't nothing. I don't understand why you can't pay that debt off within 2 years. But the only thing that's prohibiting you is that you guys, with all due respect, y'all have taken too much time you've taken too much trust into these damn bureaucrats in power. And that's what I think that the Brexit vote is missing at this point in time. The pro-Brexit folks out there in Europe, or in Britannia, they're missing an economist, a true economist that can articulate that there is no financial disaster, all right? Financial disaster based on what? Based on what? Economic warfare from the European Union claiming that they're not going to trade with you folks anymore? Huh? That's the only thing that I can see that can be an economic fallout relating to Brexit. That the European Union nation states are told by the European Union not to do business with Britannia. That's the only way that is going to happen. And if that happens, well, then Britannia, you know who to blame, all right? You know who to blame if there's any kind of economic backlash if a Brexit vote is passed. All right? You know who to, because look, the United States is going to continue to trade with you guys regardless of what this scumbag Obama says. Regardless. He doesn't have the authority to say such a thing. So we'll continue to buy from you. We'll continue to trade from you. There'll be others that'll continue to trade from you in Asia, all right, Australia, so on and so forth. If these European Union scumbags play that type of disgusting, filthy economic warfare, well, then you folks know who to blame. Because let me tell you, Britannia is fiscally sound from where I'm standing. And as a matter of fact, I'm reading the debt as I'm looking at this right now. You know that a third of this debt is actually the quantitative easing that the central banks gave the government, for Christ's sake. Give me a break, man. This is what y'all are paying. This is a third of the debt right here, man. The freaking quantitative easing. I don't understand why y'all even needed it. I'm looking at the books here. Look, I'm a capitalist. I know books, all right? Where is the financial crash? I don't see it. I see 1.56 trillion pound sterling in debt. All right, I see no other goddamn debt. I have nothing. I don't see nothing. Nothing. Give me a break, man. As I've stated, folks, if there's going to be any economic backlash to Brexit, it's going to be because of the European Union not wanting to trade or do any kind of economic activity with Britannia as a punishment for Brexit. That's it. That's all there is to it. I think that Britannia can pay down this debt, if you want my personal opinion. It's not that much, all right? Anyway, folks, I want to move on. I want to talk a little bit about a couple of people here. I'll talk about Bill Maher, I think, on the third hour because he's not that important, for Christ's sake. I definitely want to talk a little bit about this scumbag, Tom Morello. I don't know if you folks are aware of this idiot, but he is the guitarist of a band called Rage Against the Machine, okay? And if you're not familiar with this band, folks, this is a pro-communist band. Pro-communism. If you take a look at each and every one of the Rage Against the Machine videos, they are pro-communist propaganda trash, okay? Now, Tom Morello happens to be the guitarist of Rage Against the Machine, and this is a guy who is pro-communist, who lives freely in America, who is, who is free to make whatever music he wants relating to this communist crap, all right? And as a result, he's made $60 million in net worth. Can you believe that? Huh? Oh, yeah, but he hates capitalism, though, right? He hates capitalism. Oh, that's great. That's rich. That's freaking rich. Anyway, folks, this idiot came out, all right? Let me explain to you why I'm bringing this up, all right? I'm bringing this up because this asshole came out recently and said that he is going to be at the Republican convention. Him and his little, well, I don't know if he's still a part of the Rage Against the Machine. I don't know what he is a part of at this point in time, but he is going to go to the Republican convention to, quote, cause a ruckus, all right? Now, I'm just about sick and tired of this communist piece of trash. So, the capitalist army took it upon itself to find out where this son of a bitch lives and his phone number. So since we have his phone number, hey, engineer, call his ass right now, for Christ's sake. Because, look, I don't know if he's home. I think he was supposed to have some kind of stupid, shitbag concert in New York or something. So I don't know who's going to answer. But I'm going to ask for Tom Morello, and because this guy thinks he's some goddamn communist revolutionary. And I think he's a piece of hypocritical trash, and he makes me sick, all right? So let me go ahead and let's get the free. You going to get him on the horn, engineer? All right, we're going to try to get this boy on the horn here. And I'm telling you, I'm sick of freaking communist trash. I'm sick of people that think that they're freaking political revolutionaries out here. This guy is promoting communism, and this son of a bitch is worth $60 million net worth, for Christ's sake. Anyway, once again, this is Tom Morello, all right? Tom Morello, and this is I don't know who's answering, but somebody's going to answer. Go ahead, engineer.
Boar's Head is bringing a slice of Japan to the deli. Introducing Boar's Head Ichiban Teriyaki-style chicken. Tender, slow-roasted chicken breast, coated in our signature teriyaki glaze, where ginger, garlic, and a hint of brown sugar meet for a flavor that's both sweet and savory. New Boar's Head Ichiban Teriyaki-style chicken. The bold flavor of Japan. Now at the deli. Only from Boar's Head. Compromise elsewhere.
We're sorry. You have reached a number that has been disconnected or is no longer in
you
service.
son of a bitch.
If you
Get
feel you
out!
reached this recording in error,
Get
please
out!
check the number and try your call again.
Give me a damn break. Of course, you couldn't even pay his bill. What is that? Typical commie. Typical commie bastard, for Christ's sake. Son of a bitch, for Christ. Hold on, I think I got it. Look for that other number, engineer. I know there's another number out here, right? Get another goddamn number. I'm serious, man. I'm sick and I'm just tired of them. I'm tired of damn freaking these damn communist pieces of garbage. They think they're so goddamn great. They come out, especially this Rage Against the Machine asshole. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm sick of them, man. I'm sick of these people. Jesus Christ, folks. Anyway, look, I don't know what this idiot's problem is, this Tom Morello, all right? But I'm going to release his docs because I hate this idiot. So later on this evening, if you want to, I got another number somewhere else. I got to go look for it, for Christ's sake, but I don't have time for it. I'm sick of this bastard. I'm sick of these idiot communist assholes that think they're so goddamn cool, these socialist morons. Hey, I want to call Tom Morello. I want to ask him, hey, you think you're Mr. Socialist Communist, huh? Why don't you take some of that $60 million that you got from your goddamn net worth, and why don't you go feed the starving socialist, the starving communist in Venezuela right now, you asshole? And the same with you, Bill Maher. Hey, Bill Maher. All right, this is an asshole this past stupid the Friday on his dumbass show, trashed capitalism. This idiot trashed capitalism, old Bill Maher here, all right? He actually tried to make a case that socialism is better than capitalism and that capitalism eats everything. Let me tell you something, Bill Maher. Do you think that you would have been able to make the net worth that you have today being a two-bit stand-up comedian? Because that's what you were, Bill Maher. That's why you ended up becoming a talk show host, because all you did was get on a goddamn stage and spew out a bunch of crap, all right? And people paid to see you to do it. Do you think you could do that in a socialist country, Bill Maher? No, I don't think so. I mean, where's the latest Venezuelan comedian that's all rich and famous? I don't know. I've never heard of him. But the same with you, Bill Maher, all right? If you think that you're so goddamn anti-capitalist and pro-socialist, why don't you donate some of your money to the starving socialists and the starving communists in Venezuela right now? And that goes for the rest of you. Sean Penn, that goes for Delafonte, all you stupid scumbags, Danny DeVito, all you people that are backing up socialism and Bernie Sanders. I mean, why don't you people go right now and go to Venezuela and feed the starving socialists and communists that are eating their dogs and cats because they're starving because of socialism. Because of socialism is why they're starving. If you don't believe me, take a look at the goddamn YouTube clips. Take a look at the video coming out of there. It's disgusting. How come I didn't hear Bill Maher talk about that in talking garbage against capitalism, huh? That he made his money getting on a freaking stage talking crap. You can't do that in socialism. On the contrary, you'd have been put in jail or into a goddamn gulag, Bill Maher, you stupid, hypocritical piece of shit. I'm telling you, Bill Maher, I don't even know who still listens to this idiot, but he is a complete moron. Complete and utter hypocritical moron. I'm calling out all these guys. I'm calling out Tom Morello. I'm calling out Bill Maher. I'm calling out every one of these champagne socialists out here that are pro-Bernie Sanders, that are pro-communist, that are anti-capitalist. I'm calling all of you out. There are millions of starving people right now in socialist/communist Venezuela that are starving in your little socialist utopia. Since y'all are such dedicated champagne socialists, why don't you donate your money right now? Since you're socialist, right? Money doesn't mean nothing to you. Why don't you donate 90% of your earnings, of your net worth, to save the starving people of Venezuela if you're such dedicated socialists, if you're such dedicated communists? I'm calling you all out. Son of a bitch. And one more thing, Muhammad Ali, get over it already, all right? This guy was a racist, draft-dodging, loudmouth piece of crap. I'm sick of hearing about Muhammad Ali. I'm sick of hearing about this guy, all right? He was a racist, draft-dodging, loudmouth piece of crap. I mean, not only was he a racist, a black separatist, somebody who hated whitey, I mean, lest we forget the Joe Frazier fights. I mean, I remember those fights. Do we not forget that he called Joe Frazier a gorilla because, quote, he was too black? He was too black and he looked like a gorilla? I mean, I'm not joking. Muhammad Ali said this, all right? I mean, do y'all remember the fight, the Thrilla in Manila? I mean, Muhammad Ali, this scumbag, all right? This scumbag is out here, puts out a gorilla, some toy gorilla, and starts punching the gorilla, saying, "Oh, come on, gorilla, I'm going to beat you out there in Manila." I mean, just completely racially bashing Joe Frazier. But what now? He's dead? Now we're supposed to pretend that didn't happen? Joe Frazier hated Muhammad Ali. He gave Muhammad Ali no kinds of props. As a matter of fact, you've got Muhammad Ali when he was lighting the torch for the Olympics when he was out here in America the last time. Do you remember that? Do you remember he was lighting the torch and he was, shaking like, he's shaking because he's got Parkinson's, for Christ's sake? Joe Frazier said when he saw that, he wished he was there so he would have kicked in Ali into the damn fire so he could have burned to death. I'm not kidding. That's what Joe Frazier said. Joe Frazier never forgot what Muhammad Ali said to him because it was disgusting. It was disgusting, all right? So Muhammad Ali, get over it. He's dead. He punched himself drunk, all right? And it was about time that, he passed on at this point in time. It's not a big, great tragedy, for Christ's sake, all right? I mean, this guy was a loudmouth piece of trash, talk major crap about all kinds of people, all right? Racist draft dodger. Let's not forget that. He dodged the draft. Let's not forget that. He's a coward. He's a coward, and he's a piece of trash. I mean, not even Elvis Presley dodged selective service, man. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember when Elvis, went to the Army, for Christ's sake? Not even he did that. You see, this guy was a piece of trash. And this is what we're highlighting in today's pop culture in America? Some loser, loudmouth, racist piece of draft-dodging crap? Screw you, Muhammad Ali, Cassius Clay. You're a piece of crap. You're a hypocritical piece of crap. Calling Joe Frazier a gorilla. How come I don't hear Black Lives Matter talking about that crap? How come I don't hear black folks talking about how Muhammad Ali made fun of another black man because he was, quote, too black and looked like a gorilla? Huh? How come I don't hear black folks talking about that? That's what I thought. That's what I goddamn thought. Anyway, I'm tired of talking about all this freaking crap. Tired of this freaking... Tired of talking about all this crap. I'm tired of talking about hypocrites and losers and idiots and totalitarians. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. Jesus Christ, Muhammad Ali. Yeah, baby, I move like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Look at my ass, I'm Muhammad Ali. Shut up. Just shut up. I mean, give me the mic. I mean, and another thing. This guy he was a mediocre boxer, all right? He was a mediocre boxer, for Christ's sake, man. I mean, he was like freaking Floyd Mayweather in the heavyweight contention. I'm serious. Sick of hearing Muhammad Ali. I'm sick of hearing about that bastard. Oh, Muhammad Ali, he was so great. He was great for what? He sold boxing matches. Big deal. All right? Enough of the bastard. Anyway, folks, I'm sorry I'm going off keister. We got about 10 minutes left. I'm going to do whatever I can on Radio Graffiti, and we're going to go ahead and extend it into a third hour for a little bit. But there's a lot of stuff to talk about, man. There's a lot of crap to talk about out here, for Christ's sake. Anyway, without the rigmarole, if you want to get on Radio Graffiti, 516-453-9903. When I call on your Skype name or on your area code, you got 3 to 4 seconds to say whatever it is. Let's go ahead and get to it right now. 727 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, did you hear about the tropical storm we're having here in Florida?
Yeah, I heard about it, man. My prayers go out to those folks out there. I'm telling you, HARP, man. HARP is doing this crap. HARP. How about 971 Radio Graffiti?
The reason the majority of us don't like Mass Pony is because he's a hypocrite who was a troll on the show, and now because he thinks he's a little bit famous because you blessed him with being a character on the show, he now thinks he can control you and every one of us, saying that he can convince you to shut down Radio Graffiti.
Yeah, well, I mean, he wasn't going to convince me to shut down Radio Graffiti. I mean, give me a break. If you think that he was going to convince me to shut down Radio Graffiti, you're an idiot, all right? You're a half a tard, for a lack of a better term. How about 808 Radio Graffiti?
1 second, Ghost. For the third hour, I do want about brownies in general. Since everyone's going off on Matt's pony, gotta get some things real quick.
All right, well, go ahead and get it together, all right? How about 413 Radio Graffiti? Oh, Jesus Christ, we don't got time to be waiting around for you, boy. How about 510 Radio Graffiti? Jesus Christ, get it straight, guys. God damn it. How about Acid June Radio Graffiti?
Hello, Ghost. This is Stephen Hawking saying that you are a pussy bitch for forfeiting the WWE match to Spina. I also ran over Templeton.
Yeah, whatever, Stephen Hawking. All right, whatever. All right, you're a fraud. All right, you're a fraud. All right? I don't believe you're doing it. I think they're propping you up with a goddamn oxygen machine and a goddamn wheelchair with a voice box I'm Stephen Hawking, and even though I can't move a muscle, I can still think and talk with articulation, and I know all about the universe. Shove it up your ass. How about a real black guy, Radio Graffiti? You know, whatever. They talk funny, whatever. I look at them. I target them like the Terminator.
Target locked.
And once the damn bar brawl starts happening, I just start going up to that person and punching them in the face. All right, I'm not joking. I'm not joking. I get into bar brawls for Scott. It's not. I mean, I ain't no joke. I'm not joking. That's how it works. I get into bar brawls for exercise, for Christ's sake, man. How about Bruce Wayne, Radio Graffiti? Yeah, shove it up your ass, all right? Shove it up your ass, all right? Screw communists, all right? They're pathetic. They're losers. Anyway, we got Python, Radio Graffiti. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. Come on, get it straight. 502, Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost. I just want to let you know that I'm a native of Louisville, and Muhammad Ali funeral services are taking place in the KFC Yum Center. Ain't that quite ironic?
Oh, no. Are you kidding me? The KFC Center. Oh, come on. Oh, man. How about 909, Radio Graffiti?
Yeah, you know, if I clench my fists and I put them in Donald Trump's asshole, I could get arrested.
Shut up! Shut up! Don't besmirch the name of Donald Trump, boy. Don't you dare. 252, Radio Graffiti.
Next, we started to have sex with Rainbow Dash. Hardcore sex. We were making out, licking her. Heck, we even gave each other horn jobs. The clothes.
Oh, gee. No. Oh, my God. 775, Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Coach, it's Dr. 2 Actual here. Hey, I'm a new father. I'm a single father. I'm just wondering, how do I keep my son from being clogged up all the time? I mean, he's constipated, Coach. He won't poop.
Well, maybe you need to, feed him some more fruit. Just fiber-based type of stuff. I mean, it's not that hard. All right, fiber. Give him more fiber. We got Benito Gostini, Radio Graffiti.
The sun is warm. The grass is green. And I want to kick Charlie's ass. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Man, you son of a bitch. Damn it. No more about being fucking... Yeah. Damn it. I already told you, scumbags. I already told all of you, man. Ugh. Son of a bitch. God damn it. Give me the mic. Give me the mic. Give me the mic. Enough of Viet fucking Nam. I'm warning you. I'm warning all of you, all right? Enough. Damn it. 708, Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, it's G. You kind of called at the wrong time. Call me back on the third hour. I'm trying to handle my family.
All right, no problem. What's going on to G? How about 732, Radio Graffiti?
Yo, Ghost, I'm just pissed off. It's Jay. I just wanted to let you know that I'm just pissed off about how, I'm a long time fan of Muhammad Ali, and ever since he died, all these people started saying rest in peace, Muhammad Ali, despite the fact they were never fans of him, which really pisses me off, actually.
Well, I wasn't really a fan of the guy myself. I mean, he did put on a decent boxing match. I'll give him that. But as far as making this guy some kind of a goddamn fairy tale figure, he was a racist, draft dodging piece of trash as far as I'm concerned. 609, Radio Graffiti.
Ghost going into a masked pony's diaper? Oh, my.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Look, we're going to get into that in the third hour, all right? We'll get into that in the third hour. Stop it. 3 352 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, I just wanted to call up and say that at the time of making this call, a YouTube search for Ghost Capitalist Remix gives you 9,130 results. There are literally over 9,000.
Oh, Jesus Christ, man. I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know, to be honest with you. I don't want to know. 848 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, keep me on to the second hour. I'm at work, guys. Keep good work.
All right, man, I appreciate it. We've got Templeton Sanders, Radio Graffiti.
My name is Riley. I'm 25 years old. I live outside of Buffalo, New York, and I'm addicted to being an adult baby. I dress as a baby as often as I can. Whenever I come home, I always slip into one of my cute little outfits, and it helps.
Look, no. 949 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, keep me around. I actually have an anecdote about Muhammad Ali I'd like to share in the third hour.
All right, no problem, man. How about area code, how about Madden's 2015 Radio Graffiti?
Donald Trump, Mr. Trump joining us from Florida. Good morning.
Good morning, Bob.
One final question. You mentioned you had spent some time here in the Binghamton area in your youth. Did you ever have cocks?
Yes, I have. Many times.
Oh, shove it up your ass. Look, we're about out of time. I'm going to be here tomorrow, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, live, blogtalkradio.com/ghost. Follow me on Twitter, folks. Politics Ghost is the name to follow. Third hour coming up, folks. All right? Be here tomorrow. All right? 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, baby. Yeah! All right, we are now in the third hour of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast, and of course, folks, I am your host, the man they call Ghost, and once again, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. Once again, I want to thank everybody for listening to me, whether you're live or in the archive, and I'd please plead with you to spread it around like wildfire that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house every Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. blogtalkradio.com/ghost is the official website of the True Capitalist Radio Show. And once again, Politics Ghost is the name to follow on Twitter, baby. All right? Anyway, folks, we are in the third hour, and, I'm going to go ahead and take a couple of Radio Graffiti calls. And I want to, once again, talk a little bit more about Bill Maher, because this really pissed me off, seeing this scumbag come out and make this big tirade, this ridiculous soliloquy about how capitalism eats everything. You know, I just find it ironic that these scumbag he's not a politician, he's a socialist, a champagne socialist. This asshole can sit there in back of his multimedia conglomerate talk show behind millions of dollars, a mansion, and talk all this nonsense about how capitalism is some evil piece of crap. I mean, where else would Bill Maher be if he did not have the ability to make money standing up in front of a group of people telling a bunch of shit jokes? Where would he be in a socialist system, for Christ's sake? Huh? I mean, give me a break. Where would he be? He'd be in squalor. He'd be in the same position as those poor folks in Venezuela right now, and that's why I'm calling out on that fruity McFagin piece of crap named Bill Maher. I'm calling him out. You need to donate 90%, or at least the majority of your damn net worth to save the damn people of Venezuela if you are a true socialist. And if you're not, then shut your stupid face already, all right? Shut your stupid face, all right? Just shut your stupid, stinking face, all right? I'm sick of it. I'm sick of hearing Bill Maher, man. I'm sick of this guy. Even liberals are tired of this idiot. I'm serious. It's time to take him off the air, HBO. I mean, seriously, man. This guy's ridiculous. And then, you know who we had on that show, for Christ's sake? Huh? Neil Tyson deGrasse. Oh, that's great. That's rich, huh? This pseudo-scientist piece of crap. I mean, folks, lest we forget that this idiot went to college in the beginning of his college career as a Caribbean ballroom dancer, all right? Yeah. This guy majored in Caribbean ballroom dancing, for Christ's sake. He was competing. Neil Tyson DeGrasse. Now, we're in the midst of practicing for Caribbean ballroom dancing, in practicing and competing. When in between that time did he have time to science? Huh? Somebody explain that to me. When did this idiot have time to science when he was out there Caribbean ballroom dancing? I just don't get it. He's a freaking fraud. He's the affirmative action of scientist. That's what Neil Tyson DeGrasse is. He is the affirmative action of scientist, for Christ's sake. And the only reason that people even give this idiot the time of day is because he happens to be black. All right? I'm going to say it. I'm sorry. I'm going to say it. And, it's just disgusting. It's just utterly disgusting. Anyway, look, I've had about enough, all right? I'm going to take a couple of calls on Radio Graffiti, and then I'm getting the hell out of here, folks, because it's a great, beautiful day out here. I haven't seen one in a while, and I want to go out and make the most of it before it gets dark, for Christ's sake, all right? Anyway, I know I didn't give too much time for Radio Graffiti, so I'm going to go ahead and get to it right now. Let's go to it, and once again, folks, follow me on Twitter. Politics Ghost is the name to follow. We have been breaking around 60,000 live listens. So I appreciate everybody that is spreading it around like wildfire. The True Capitalist Radio isn't affected in the house. So keep spreading it around, baby. Anyway, let's continue on, shall we? We've got area code 956, Radio Graffiti. Oh, Jesus Christ, he's playing with his Peter Popper. How about area code 708, Radio Graffiti?
Hey, Ghost, it's G. Master Pony wanted me to tell you. He wanted to get on the show because he was going to discuss something. And also, since I'm 15 and my mom's right here and she wants to give you a shout-out.
Hey, Ghost. We love your show.
Hey, thanks a lot. And, hey, I appreciate it, G. You're always a productive member of the capitalist army. I really appreciate you listening in, man, regardless of the haters, baby. And say hi to Mom. How you doing? How about area code 269, Radio Graffiti?
When Ghost was young, he was drafted to the Vietnam War. Tried to burn his draft card, but it did not ignite. So he was stripped to Saigon and lost his right leg in a fight. From the PT.
You're a real scumbag, man. I mean, why would that inspire you to write a song? I don't get that. I mean, there's something not right with you people in the head, man. It's not right. Jesus Christ. Why would you be inspired to write a song like that? I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Oh, yeah, here's True Confederate Radio, Radio Graffiti.
I mean, in my personal opinion, my mother, Dan Frank, is a good piece of ass.
Oh, Jesus Christ, with these freaking splices, for Christ's sake. Why am I, Radio Graffiti? Oh, Jesus Christ, playing with his Peter Popper, for Christ's sake. 425, Radio Graffiti. Jesus Christ, you're just not going to leave well enough alone, aren't you, huh? You're not going to leave well enough alone, aren't you, boy? Huh? Not going to leave well enough alone. You're not going to stop talking about being fucking damn. You're just going to keep rubbing it in, aren't you? Just going to keep rubbing it in, aren't you, boy? Jesus Christ. 863, Radio Graffiti.
Say the moon records on the shelf. I'll settle in the two and by myself. Stage music ain't got to say so. I like the moon time rock and roll. Keep up the good work, Ghost.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. Thanks a lot, man. How about Havel the Rock, Radio Graffiti?
Lending your check at Valentine, huh?
Yeah.
Construction.
Jesus Christ, man. Leave me alone with that already, all right? Just leave me alone already with that crap. Leave me alone.
Do you like turkey sandwiches? Then you'll love the new premium carb turkey and bacon sub at Subway restaurants. It's oven roasted just right, sliced thick just the way you like it. And just when you think it can't get any better, look out. It's got crispy bacon in there too. Order one today on your choice of freshly baked bread. Then select any veggies you want to make your premium carb turkey and bacon sub uniquely yours. It's a great sub for people who really like turkey. Subway, fresh is what we do.
781 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost. I was working on my new crop pick, and I want to have you as a pony wearing a poopy diaper.
No. Okay, look, all right. Now, since you trolls keep picking at it and picking at it and picking at it, let's go ahead and talk about the 800-pound gorilla in the room. Masked Pony, are you there?
Jeez, this is really bugging me.
Now, look, for all those that don't know, all right, it has unfortunately come to my attention that Masked Pony, writes some, precarious material, to say the least. Do you want to go ahead and say your side there, Masked Pony, before I get to my perspective?
Okay, basically, I do owe you guys an explanation, and thanks to everybody that is, concerned about what I write. Basically, those things I write is for cuteness purposes, not fetish purposes, for cuteness purposes. What I mean is, basically, I created those stories when I was in high school, I believe, which was 2 years ago. For example, one of them was dealing with an orphan, and I intentionally added that.
All right. Well, we don't really need to know the 411 about the story. I mean, this, unfortunately, I have to ask you, because this is unfortunate. There, do you like wearing diapers?
No, I don't.
There is a picture of you, Masked Pony, of you in a diaper in a bed with a pacifier in your mouth.
That is actually not me, dude. I mean, Ghost, that's not actually me. That's actually a photo that was found on the internet. I sent you a photo of what I look like via Twitter.
So so you mean to tell me that the picture that's been circulating is not you in a diaper with a pacifier in your mouth?
Correct. I hate that kind of people.
Well, why exactly? Okay, can you explain to me why there are stories relating to you writing weird, precarious stories about ponies wearing diapers?
Well, the reason is basically, for example, one of them deals with a certain disability, which is, I believe, incontinence. I wrote that story, for cuteness purposes, but the stories that I come up with is severely strange, and even some of my followers give me weird ideas sometimes.
So you mean to tell me you have a whole group of people following you based upon these diaper stories?
Yeah, some of them unintentionally find me, and they add my story to, those weird groups and keep asking me to make those. One of them...
Are you... Okay. I don't need to know. Are you making at least any money off of this?
Well, technically, no, because the reason why is if I did, Hasbro will send me a C&D.
So why exactly are you doing this?
Well, like I said, for cuteness purposes, for people who want heartwarming stories.
Do you actually believe... Listen to me, I unfortunately had the unfortunate incident of actually reading a couple of these stories. You mean to tell me that you actually believe these are heartwarming stories? You honestly believe that?
Well, some people believe they are heartwarming. Some people believe they're not. But the reason why I stopped making those stories was due to the fact that I was recently hit with a dislike bomb attack and a bunch of hatred in 2014 to 2015.
Now, let me ask you, okay? Be honest. Just be honest with me, because I read these stories. I mean, unfortunately, the internets, the trolls, they found you. They have a lot of information on you. Now, do you like diapers?
No, I do not like them.
Do you have to wear them? Do you have to wear them?
Nada. No. This.
Why are you writing about ponies and Pampers, Mask Pony? Why are you writing about ponies and Pampers?
I don't know, but, like, for example, that one story I wrote because, like, you know how people are incontinent? Like, I wrote that because I wanted to add the feels to it.
All right, get him out.
Get him out of here, for Christ's sake! Good God!
I mean, do you hear? I'm sorry, folks. I did not know this. I mean, this is the internet, all right? I mean, I thought Mask Pony, was a disabled little chap or something, And little did I know. You see, this is the internet's for your ass right now. And here we're trying to confront him. I'm asking him, to be honest. No, I don't like it, but I write it because of this and that. I mean, it's just utterly pathetic. And this is why I had this rant on the one show on a Sunday edition about all these people sexually making sexual fetish-based cartoons. I mean, give me a freaking break, man. Oh, my God. I'm sorry, folks. We may not listen to Mask Pony for a long period of time, if at all, for Christ's sake, because, I mean, we're not trying to promote diaper, cartoon, sexual-related activity. We're not doing that out here, all right? I don't care what the freaking justification is. I don't care what it is. It's sick. It's sick crap. It's sick. It's sick. I would have respected Mask Pony had he just said, I like wearing whatever. Whatever. I mean, just be honest about it, for Christ's sake, man. Just be honest about it. But no, you see, I'm doing it because of incontinence problems. Oh, jeez.
I mean, it's sick, man. It's utterly sick. I can't believe it. It's sick. I gotta take a shower after this. I gotta take a shower. Good God.
Oh, my God. Oh, good God. I mean, it's disgusting, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm just trying to do a show here, for Christ's sake. I got freaking diaper fetish, guys. Damn it. Good God. Freaking diaper fetish, for Christ's sake. Diaper fetish. Wearing Pampers on ponies. Oh, God, what's this world coming to? What's this goddamn world coming to? Good God, you sick, clopping bastard! You clopping bastards! Good God! Oh, God! Oh, my God! Oh, my... I'm gagging it. I'm freaking gagging here, man. I'm gagging. I don't even know if I can do the show anymore, for Christ's sake. Good God, this is the internet, man. Bunch of sick old perverts. This is the goddamn internet. I mean, good God. Good God. Oh, my God. I got to take a shower. I just want to puke. I want to throw up nasty chicken grease and corn oil and cream of wheat with stomach plasma and the ham and cheese sandwich I had for Ramadan. I mean, good God. Oh, my God. I mean, I don't know. I don't even want to. I mean, I feel sick, man. I'm serious. I feel disgusting. I feel utterly disgusting, man. I don't even want to do that. I don't even want to do this show, for Christ's sake, man. I mean, good God. I mean, good Lord. Sick pony pamper perverts. I mean, good God, man. I mean, it's sick. It's sick. Oh, my God, folks. Let me get a mic. Give me that freaking mic. You know, folks, I can't do this. I got to wait till tomorrow, man. I can't do this, man. I mean, I'm literally... I mean, I'm literally gagging here. Ponies and Pampers, man. I never thought Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Ponies and Pamper. Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. Oh, man. I can't do it, folks. I'm sorry. I mean, you know, all I'm trying to do, all I'm trying to do, man, is try to have a decent show, for Christ's sake, man. It's got ponies and Pampers. Ponies and Pampers. I mean, God. Oh, my God. Good God. It's sick, man. This is sick. This is sick crap. Oh, my God. Jesus Christ. You know, give me the mic. You know what, folks? I can't do this anymore. I'm going to come back tomorrow for a Taco Tuesday, for Christ's sake. I mean, this whole math pony thing has turned this Monday into a carpet-munching Monday, for Christ's sake. I mean, and Pampers. With Pampers. I mean, good God, good God, good God. Anyway, I can't do this, man. I'm serious. I'm not joking, folks. This is not a joke. I think this is a disgusting, despicable turn for the worse. All right? I mean, you know, here I am. I'm just trying to bring in a character to this freaking show, for Christ's sake. Got a sick-ass pervert wearing Pampers out here, for Christ's sake, putting Pampers on ponies. I mean, good God. And then the excuse that he tried to give, because of his continence problems. I was writing about his continence problems. And shut up, you sick pervert. Dear Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. I got incontinence problems. Shut up. Shut up, you sick pamper pervert. You pampered pervert. Good God. Oh, my God. People like my story. People like my story. Shut up, shut up, shut up. Just shut up, you sick, twisted, half-a-tard pervert. God, a goddamn half-a-tard, goddamn pamper-loving pedophile pervert. God, I'm done. I am done. I'm done. Stick a fork in me with all this perverted crap. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done with it. I'm done. Give me the mic. Give me the mic. I can't believe this has turned into this crap, folks. I'm not joking. I can't believe that this has turned the turn for the damn perverted pamper. But this is the internet, folks. What did I tell you, huh? What did I tell you? This is the goddamn internet, for God's sake. Anyway, folks, I can't deal with this. I'm getting the hell out of here, all right? I'm going to be here tomorrow, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, hopefully with a better level head, for Christ's sake. Instead of having visualizations of some half-a-tard in a goddamn pamper, I mean, good God. I got to get the hell out of here, folks. I'm sorry. I would take more radio graffiti calls, folks, but I had to address this. I know I had to address it, and I addressed it, and I can't deal with this. I need a shower. I need to go throw up. I got to go, for Christ's sake. I'm sorry, folks. Follow me on Twitter. Politics Ghost is the name to follow. All one word, no underscores, Politics Ghost. And, of course, the show website is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. And somebody has reminded me on Twitter that this man is collecting entitlements, and this is what our entitlements are paying for right here, huh? This is what our goddamn entitlement... This is what our entitlements are paying for! Pieces of garbage like this! Good God! Oh, my God. Freaking diapers, man. I mean, this is what our tax dollars are paying for freaking tards to be playing with diapers. I mean, good God. Look, I gotta go. I gotta get out of here, folks. I can't deal with this anymore. This is just disgusting. It's sick. I gotta go take a shower. It's pathetic. I gotta go puke. For Christ's sake. I don't even know what to say, for Christ. I'm out of here, folks. I'm sorry. I got to get out. I don't even know what.
A Napa guy knows the only way you'd give a freshly minted driver a brand new car is if he promises to never drive it. Instead, let him grind the gears and knock over the neighbor's mailbox in something a little more suited to his skill level. And with over 400,000 parts and a little Napa know-how, he can safely drive something that's nearly as old as he is. It's not perfect, but it's perfect for him. That's Napa know-how.
Grand Canyon University is Arizona's premier private Christian university, committed to providing next-generation education for students who want to make a difference in the 21st century workforce. GCU offers more than 190 academic programs in high-demand fields across 9 distinct colleges, including our prestigious GCU Honors College. Earn your degree online, in the evening, or on our vibrant Phoenix campus. Fast-track options and academic scholarships still available with no out-of-state tuition. Visit gcu.edu.